Okay, well, the first video I tried to do this, I made a mistake. I tried to install ffmpeg with pip, but I think that only installs the Python package instead of an executable file, which is actually what is needed. Because really, so I don't know much about ffmpeg, but this is a command line program used to do a bunch of like video editing. Okay, so with the Python, one of the things, ultimately, I think or not ultimately, but one of the things that I think all the Python things we're going to be working with, it basically just makes a whole bunch of command line entries for ffmpeg and then runs those. So if you just install, I think if you just use pip to install ffmpeg, you just get the Python package rather than the executable file or whatever the similar thing is on Mac and Unix or Linux or Unix, whatever, just Unix in general. Okay, I obviously don't know a lot about what I'm talking about. Sorry. I hate getting things. I hate like the process of getting things installed drives me completely crazy sometimes. Okay, so here we are. All I have installed now, I've got Anaconda installed. I've got Jupyter Notebook installed. So the first thing that we need, we're going to install two things. We're going to install Manim, and we're going to install a dependency package it's dependent on, or a program it's dependent on, called ffmpeg. So all we're going to do here is conda, ffmpeg. We're going to run this. Sorry, obviously that is not what I needed to do. Conda install ffmpeg. Since I've downloaded it, since I've tried this, hopefully it will not take a long time to download. Okay, I guess it's still going to do all of this. And then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to open up a Jupyter Notebook just to show you that everything is working properly. Now, if you want to install ffmpeg from like the ffmpeg website, you can do all of that. But you're going to have to do things with path variables and stuff like that, and that just makes me nervous. I have sort of a psychological block. Make sure you install Manim. So older instructions will say to install Manim CE for Community Edition, but that's deprecated. Just do pip install Manim. This should work. I already have Jupyter installed. If you happen to watch my previous videos, I actually installed Jupyter again because I kind of started fresh, but I'm not going to do that this time. It's not needed. So now I'm going to open this. And one thing that I want to show you before I do this, if you go to, whoops, not what I wanted here. So I'm going to open this. Okay, so here we go to binder. So what we're going to look at here, if you can't get Manim installed, you can always go to this link, which I will put in the modules. And you'll be able to execute the code on their server. So as a sort of last resort, you can go to this web page and execute all of the code on their server. It's a Jupyter Notebook. You can execute it on their server. Now, I'm not every semester, or this is only the second time I've taught Manim. But the last time I taught it, there's a couple of students who had to resort to this. So it's a backup plan, but I think it's better just to do everything on your computer because otherwise you're going to have to be turning in stuff. You're going to have to download this and turn it in, and it'll be a little bit of a pain. I will go through and tell you what all of these things mean. That'll be in the next video. But the first thing that I want to do is so by the way, let me just point out this Jupyter Notebook is not on our computer. It's being run on this website here. So what I want to do is I just want to copy and paste this, open up a new Python file here. And this is where things got messed up in the previous video that I made if you happen to watch it. So I'm going to run this. So I'll tell you about what all of this stuff means in just a minute. But hopefully when we run this, nothing will show up. It'll just be okay. And it won't give any errors. The most typical error is, well, I shouldn't say the most typical error. The most typical error for me is that ffmpeg is not installed properly, which is the errors that I was having before. So I'm going to run this. Hopefully one will pop up there and everything will work fine. Perfect. There it is. Okay. So at this point, I am confident that Manim is installed properly. And in the next video, I will go through this stuff here. I will spend a lot of time going through this here, just to give you an idea about what's happening in Manim, how things are working. Really, like, getting to this point and making a couple more animations is really where I want to be this week.